Alright guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the world's oceans and some things that they can do to affect the world in a lot of ways, including the weather and its patterns around the globe. And so first I wanted to talk about climate change and how it could affect all the oceans around the world. As the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, has said, and lots of scientists have as well, as the ice sheets melt, the ocean is going to rise. And with climate change and its greenhouse effects heating the earth, these ice sheets and glaciers are melting quicker and quicker, meaning our oceans will rise faster than if the greenhouse emissions were non-existent or much less than they are now.
Oh my God!
So, NASA has also observed that sea levels are rising as the Earth warms, and as gases do, water expands as it heats. As more water on Earth gets warmer, the oceans will essentially expand, and the sea levels will rise since they don't have anywhere else to go except onto land. National Geographic says that the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's most recent report says that we can expect temperatures warming by 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and ocean levels could rise by 10 to 30 inches by 2100, which doesn't seem like a lot, but even just 3 feet can put a lot of really coastal areas in water. The oceans heating up can also kill wildlife near the surface because it can get too hot for them to survive in, or they can't adapt to it quickly enough. So, some of you may remember a really hot September and the heat wave that occurred in California in September as well. But during this time, NOAA and the National Snow and Ice Data Center observed a melting spike also occurring in Greenland, and record highs were set there. In Summit Station, Greenland, temperatures were above freezing, and Summit Station is essentially the summit of Greenland. This is on September 3rd, 2022, and it was the first time in September that temps were ever above freezing at this 10,500 foot elevation camp. And just a year earlier, in mid-August of 2021, another unusual late summer heat wave occurred in Greenland as well. An area just slightly larger than the state of Texas, which is still huge, had melted in that time frame, which was about August 14th through the 16th, and this was the largest melting event in Greenland to have ever happened this late in the year. And during that same time, it was warm enough for rain to have been reported at Summit Station instead of snow. And that was the first time it had ever happened. Imagine being that person like, what the? It's not snowing, it's raining! Whoa! So anyways, ice melts at the summit have been observed 4 times in the last 27 years. This won't happen for a really long time because we probably won't even be alive for it. But if Greenland's ice were to fully melt, it would cause sea levels to rise by 24 feet. And to put that into perspective, Key West, Florida is only an elevation of 18 feet. And Miami has an elevation of 6 feet, varying on the part of the city you're at. And Key West, Florida alone only has a population of about 26,000, so not too big, but Miami has a population of 5.5 million people. And that's just one city. Around the globe, there would be tons of people that would have to move somewhere else. So we really don't want Greenland to melt.
Yahoo! Ha ha! Oh-ho!
In a completely different biome of the Earth, the tropics can also be greatly affected by climate change. So, as the ocean heats up along with air temperatures, hurricanes can become a problem. And part of NOAA says that hurricanes are powerhouse weather events that suck heat from tropical waters to fuel their fury. So if the oceans are warmer, hurricanes will be able to have more heat to develop and become stronger. And we might not only have more hurricanes, but also more severe and dangerous hurricanes like Hurricane Ian. And in air that's warmer, more water can be held, which would cause more severe flooding and all that stuff on the coasts. And that already happens enough now. It would be really bad if that happened with more rain. Off of the topic of climate change, there's other types of weather currents and things like that that affect the global weather patterns. So La Nina and El Nino are a type of ocean occurrence that greatly affects the US's and a lot of worldwide weather. So in a typical La Nina year, the jet stream stays farther north, which makes it dry and warmer in the southern US, but wetter and cooler in the northern US. And in a La Nina year, severe weather is usually significantly higher. In El Nino year, the jet stream stays farther south, which it's usually down near Texas and Florida. And that makes it wetter and cooler down there in the southern US. But that also makes it drier and warmer in the northern US. During an El Nino year, there are usually much less severe weather occurrences in the Tornado Alley area.
Ow, cheater!
Ooh, that's hurt.